Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Megan, of course. Brandon Wenzel, come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, oh, yeah, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna try one more snap because there we go. We got a good one in. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm definitely wearing grody work clothes. Folks, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, typically, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is absolutely the case today. I went over there. I got off work just a little bit ago. And I was like, all right, well, it's Friday. Friday's usually the day when I go over there and grab supplies. It's like, I need tea, need some other stuff, some basic shit. It's like, I'll go to Walmart. And I was like, nah, man, I don't want to go all the way to Walmart right now. My gas is low, and I got to go do stuff later on anyway. I'll just do it later. Like, but I need tea, damn it. You know, I need stuff to drink for when I get back home. So instead, I decided to go over there and stop off at the Walgreens because the Walgreens is real close by and more on my way home than Walmart. And buy my tea. Tea. See, you didn't believe me, but there's tea. I'm not reviewing the tea, by the way. I mean, I could, but I always like to look around for stuff to review. And I had a little bit of a stopover in the jerky section, and well, what am I reviewing for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Boom! It's from Jack Link's, but it's Fritos chili cheese flavored meat stick. Yes, okay, so how are we going to do this, by the way? Like, in such a way that will that kind of work? Ha 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 ha! Sure, meat stick. So yes, so I guess Jack Link's has just decided to get involved with different snack stuff. They did like a Doritos thing, Doritos meat stick. I reviewed that a while back. And now they're in there with the Fritos chili cheese. I'm really hopeful that this is good because, like, I'm really big on the chili cheese Fritos. So let's give it a go. Open up the thing. They also had it in like straight jerky format too, but yeah, just get it as a meat stick. Okay, all right, I'll give it to it. It's not quite as good as I was hoping, but it does what it says it's going to do. So most of the time that you're eating it, it just kind of tastes like a spiced meat stick, just general Jack Link stuff. And that's fine. It's perfectly good just as is. I'm okay with Jack Links. It's nice, it's tender. It's not quite as nice as like if it were proper jerky, but again, just for sake of ease and just honestly, I just didn't want to buy a whole bag of jerky just for a single review because jerky is expensive. It's perfectly nice. And like as I was eating it, I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? Come on, let's do something. And then like 3/4 of the way through, finally, like it went from just being that sort of, again, just sort of more generic spiced meat stick flavor. And then it was like, yeah, okay, I can actually say that is recognizably the flavor of a, chili cheese Frito. Mind you, it doesn't have like the actual Frito flavor, but like the chili cheese spices and stuff, basically. And I was like, yeah, okay. It's a bit, I would like more of that. And I think when you're Jack Link's, you're trying to go over there. I mean, obviously you're trying to attract people with, it's a little bit of a gimmicky thing. But you're also trying to go over there, strike a balance between whatever gimmicky seasoning you're putting on And then also just, the fact that you have this meat product. And I feel, and I understand why, it makes sense, but I feel like they went a little bit too much with the meat stick part of it and not quite enough with the Frito part. And again, that's their business. They make meat sticks, not Fritos. But I feel like for a little, gimmicky kind of, tag-in item, I feel like they should have put more emphasis on the chili cheese flavor. Because otherwise, I mean, it's, again, on every level, it's perfectly fine. But it's just, you really do have to wait a bit before that chili cheese flavor kicks in, and then it's really kind of just at the end, It's like, you get it, and again, it is, to its credit, it is identifiable as that chili cheese flavor. Like, Frito is a very specific chili cheese flavor. They've been making those things forever now. So it has a very defined flavor, and I'll give them all the credit in the world for that. But, again, man. I think if it had been half and half, I think if I had 50% of the way through, went over there and it started to kick in, and then it lasted to the end, I think I would have been more willing to go with it. Or if they'd managed to go over there and find a way to kind of blend it a little bit more so that you got some of that chili cheese flavor throughout the entire experience while still getting the nice meat stick flavor. But maybe science just isn't ready for that advancement yet. All right, we're already, look, this is one small step for man, one giant leap for meat stick kind, okay? It's not all going to be, But it's not bad. I like it for what it is. What it is a meat stick that tastes a little bit like a chili cheese Frito. It's not everything I hoped it would be, but at the same time, it's better than it could have been. So it's kind of that place, which isn't a spectacular place to be, but it's better, it's firmly in the middle. I do like it. And maybe the jerky version, like the straight, like actual bag of jerky, maybe that would be better or worse, but I'll give it to it. I like it. 2 questions, though, have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes, and yes-ish. So, I think for me, this is one of those things where it's like, would this go over there and replace, like, a teriyaki meat stick? No. Would it go over there and replace a barbecue meat stick? Probably not. But I would probably get this over just a standard meat stick. Maybe not every single time, but I do like what it has to offer. And again, it works within that flavor profile that I like about chili cheese Fritos. So I can kind of get behind it, even if it's not everything I was hoping it would be. Like with the Dorito one, that one was fun for what it was, but I'll be honest, I never went back to it. It was just kind of, eh. With this one, I could see going over there and grabbing it. Again, not every time. It wouldn't be my favorite, meat stick flavor, but yeah, here or there. If I'm recommending it, it is mostly based on the idea that this is probably a limited time item, and it's a little bit of fun. I don't think it's anything astonishing. I don't think it's anything you need to run out and grab. But I think if you're like me and you already enjoy, chili cheese Fritos, so you're familiar with the flavor, you know what to look for, I think it's fun in that regard. And I think even if you're not into chili cheese Fritos, or maybe you just haven't had them, I think it's still a nice flavor for the meat stick. Like, that's the thing. Like, the spices work well together, and, it's not intrusive. It doesn't have any, like, weird aftertaste or anything. It's just a tasty meat stick with some chili cheese flavoring. So, that's where I'm going with it. Where else am I going? 5 things. 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there and have yourselves a truly chili cheese Fritos-tastic rest of your life. Or you could do the honey barbecue Fritos either way. Both are really good. Fritos are one of the few chips that actually give you a decent-sized bag of chips. Well, a decent amount of chips in the bag. That's more what I meant to say. So I will be 100% down with some chili cheese Fritos or some honey barbecue. Normal Fritos are okay too, but Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you can do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit, and we don't always have delicious snack-flavored snacks to go over there and see us through. Okay, it's not like I'm over there and it's like, I get home, I go over there, go inside, do my thing, come out later, go to turn over my car, oh no, my battery's dead, and then magically meat sticks just appear. No, it just doesn't happen that way. In fact, I probably can't even go get more meat sticks in that instance because my fucking battery in my car is dead. I gotta call up my friend and we gotta switch it out, and it's a whole thing. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal favorite snack? What do you think the next snack should be that Jack Link's teams up with? I'd like to see some Funyun Jack Links. I could be down with that, man. Get like that nice kind of, oniony flavor. I could be down with that. I could, maybe go over there, maybe talk to Jack and be like, hey, Jack Link's guy. I presume your name is Jack Link. Maybe go over there and make some Funyun versions, And then the guy will be over there and he'll be like, first of all, my name isn't Jack Link. Second of all, could you please go over there and take the duct tape off my hands? I would really like to go home. Third of all, don't do that. Don't go over there and abduct somebody who isn't named Jack Link and then go over there and duct tape him and put him in the back of your car. That's just not cool on any part. Don't do that to anybody. Just in general. I mean, that's just not a cool thing to, maybe if it's a neo-Nazi or some shit. And even then, bye.